Hello students, how are you? Hope you are fine. I know very well that you are eagerly waiting for your English lecture. So I am here again with you to explain another topic, that is pronoun. Start with meaning of pronoun. We divide pronoun word into two parts. First one pro, second one is noun. Pro means instead of. So the meaning of pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. I repeat it, a word used instead of a noun. Now, if I say like that, Ram is a good boy, Ram works very hard, Ram is very intelligent, it looks bad or awkward. To avoid the repetition of the word Ram and Ram again and again, we use the word pronoun. And for Ram, here we use he. Now, types of pronoun. Here are 8 types of pronoun. First, personal pronoun. Second, demonstrative. Third, possessive. Fourth, interrogative. Fifth, distributive. Sixth, reflexive. Seventh, emphatic. And eighth one is relative. Now start with personal pronoun. Personal pronouns are used in place of the names of people, animal and things. That means those pronouns which stands for the three person. First person, second person and third person. Here example is you and I can meet her at the restaurant. Here you and I are pronouns. We divide our personal pronoun into two more parts, that is subjective and objective pronoun. Now what do you mean by subjective pronoun? That acts as the subject of a sentence. It performs the action. Objective pronoun acts as the object of the sentence. It receives the action of the verb. Here the table describes you persons, subjective pronoun and objective pronoun, first person, second person and third person. I divide it into two more parts, that is possessive pronoun and possessive adjective. There is a difference between these two. So let's see the example. This is my pen. Here in this example, my is possessive adjective because after that there is a noun. And in second example, this is mine. Mine is possessive pronoun because here is no one noun after that. That's why it is possessive pronoun. I think these examples clear to you now. Next is demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative means demonstrate, explain, indicate the specific person or thing being talked about in a sentence. They are this, that, these, those. This and these used for things that are near to you, and that and those are used for things that far from you. For example, this is a car. That means that car is singular and it is near to you. These are his books. These is used for plural. And these books, that means they are near to you. Next is possessive pronouns. Possessive pronoun means show possession or belonging. They are mine, yours, his, hers, ours, yours and theirs. For example, the hat is in the box is hers. Here it means the hat which is in the box belongs to possessive pronoun hers. In second example, yours is possessive pronoun. As you all know that. Next is interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns are used to make inquiries or ask question. We use question mark for that. Here we use words like what, who, which, whose. WH family. Examples are what do you want, who drew this portrait. Next, distributive pronouns. Distributive pronouns are used to refer to each member of a group. They are each, every, everyone, either, neither. Each is used for small group of people and every is used for large group of people. Either means two persons are there and from these two persons anyone can do this work. Neither means nobody. Let's take a look on examples. First one. Each of them is a sports person. Next, either of you can do this work. That means two persons are there and from them anyone can do this work. Neither of you should go out in the storm. That means nobody should be allowed to go out. Next, every artist is sensitive. That means it is a large group. Next, reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun means when the action done by the subject turn back upon the subject. For this we use words like myself, yourself, himself, yourselves, ourselves, themselves. Now what is the difference between self and self? Self is used for singular and self we use for plural words. Here examples. The boy painted the window himself. Here the action is painted the window by the subject. Subject is the boy and it turns back to the subject by using the word himself. Next, the dog looked at itself in the mirror. We use these words, reflexive pronouns, after the verb or at the end of the sentence. Okay? Next, emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun means emphasize the noun they refer to. They are the same pronoun which are classified as reflexive pronoun but different from them in usage. We also use here like words himself, herself, itself, ourselves, these words. But don't be confused between reflexive and emphatic. Here examples, just see. After that will be clear to you. First one, the doctor himself performed the difficult surgery. So that to emphasize we use word himself. And these emphatic pronouns are always comes after the subject. Like here in second, she herself painted the wall. She is a subject and we use after that word herself. That means it is emphatic pronoun. And what about the reflexive? That comes after the verb or at the end of the sentence. Now I think it is clear to you. Next one is relative pronoun. Relative pronoun refers to a noun mentioned before it. They are, for that relative pronoun we use who, whose, whom, which and that word. For example, the boy who is playing is my brother. So here we use who word. That one is relative pronoun. Relative pronoun always placed directly after the noun or pronoun they modify. Like that here, who is just placed after the noun, that one is the boy. Now I think all the points of pronoun and its types are clear to you. If you have any query, we will discuss it later. Thank you.